Welcome to Nasdaq TradeTalks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. We're coming to you live from Barcelona at SmartCon 2023 by Chainlink. Joining us for this segment, we have Karl Blomswell. He's the CEO of Nibiru Software to discuss why DeFi and gaming are a natural fit with each other. Karl, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to TradeTalks.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Tell me about Nibiru Software and Planet IX. What differentiates them?
Yeah, so Nibiru Software is a Sweden and soon Abu Dhabi-based game developer. We launched our first game 2 years ago called Planet IX. Planet IX is a leading NFT-based strategy game, and I think what sets us apart is really the approach we took to development of a game. So when we launched the game, this was back in, or we started to develop it, this was back in spring of 21. And we saw a lot of Web3 games, but they all had quite a linear approach to the game mechanics. So you did A and then B and then C. And we wanted to create something bigger, more dynamic, which means that we have, in the game there are so many different nuances and utility in the game. So I think that's one thing that sets us apart. Second of all, we are always trying to push the boundaries. So we have deep integrations with Superfluid, which provides streamable tokens. I think we were the first game to implement that, and also great. We're leveraging Chainlink a lot in what we do.
Why do you think DeFi and gaming go together? Why are they a natural fit?
I think I think they do go together for most games, not all. So in games such as Planet IX, where there is a tremendous amount of value being transferred between users and also value being accumulated, it makes sense to add a DeFi element to it. And one of the biggest, if not the biggest, utility of many assets in most games and also in our game is that you're able to stake it and to get rewards, and that in and of itself is a DeFi feature, so to speak. And then second of all, I think there's a widely consensus that gaming will be one of the gateways into crypto for the next generation of people that want to explore Web3, and it's almost a responsibility for us to also add DeFi and educate people about DeFi. And personally, I mean, what really resonates well with me and crypto is the fact that we are able to bank the unbankable and right. Provide a level playing field in the financial world. So that's why I think it's a responsibility for big games to really make sure to push people into that.
How do you make a great utility token?
Yes, that's a great question. I think it goes back to the drawing board. So you really need to, when you develop a Web3 game with a true utility, you need to do the tokenomics and the game mechanics in parallel. So you can't do one and then the other. So if we have like two examples, you have created a web-based or a mobile-based RPG, and you want to add a Web3 element. It's very easy to say that, well, if every diamond that I find is an NFT and then it's worth something, and then the utility becomes that you can sell that diamond. And to me, that's a very slim utility. Like in our game, every asset, every NFT has a multitude of use cases. So you could either burn it for a short-term advantage, you can stake it for a long-term advantage, or you can use it to build something else. So I think it really goes back to making sure that it's very dynamic and that every aspect or every NFT has multitude of use cases.
So where does Chainlink come into this?
So basically everything that we do in our game has a random component in it, and we've noticed that is a big kicker for people. That it's like all the little players, so to speak, can also win if he's lucky or she is lucky. So we have implemented randomness in every part of our game, but it needs to be on-chain, because otherwise, if you have it back like in the back end or off-chain, that's like some companies do, and it's very easy to manipulate. Like right. You have a lottery and it's like, oops, I'm the winner, like I'm the CEO. That's a bit strange, but that could happen. Right. So that's why we are using Chainlink to have verifiable randomness in our game.
How do you onboard the next 1 million users to Planet IX?
That is the secret sauce. I mean, first off, you need to understand where are those people coming from, and it's not the Web3 environment. These are Web2 people that will come into crypto. So you need to understand what makes them tick, what engages them, how to target them. Like what we're exploring is launching our fourth leg, which is more like competitive player-to-player gaming, esports, etc. These are big things in Web 2, and we believe that this could be a good way to onboard the people. Second of all, easier onboarding, like getting like. When I created my first MetaMask, I was a little bit afraid. Like, okay, I need to have a seed phrase, and like, what happens if I misplace it? So, like, working with solutions such as custodial wallets, I think will be a big thing. And then, lastly, I think it's also down to market timing. Like, for our game or for the Web3 gaming industry to grow now, I think it's very, very difficult because we need Web 2 users, and I think having market timing and when we see a bigger increase in the market, I think that's when we will see the next million players being onboarded.
All right, appreciate the insight, Karl. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.